Hello everybody, this is PillarTrading.com, and in today's chart of the day we are going to be going over the Australian dollar versus the US dollar spot, and this has been one of the most rock solid charts of the year. Going into December there are a couple of very large moves setting up, and we're going to be going over those in great detail. Now currently we are trading 96.31, and this is a daily chart that we are looking at. You can see off of these lows back in June, back in May, we have since had a bullish run up, had a large move, the move of the year on the Australian dollar here at 87.68. That led us into that big target up in the 94.50 area. Now, since then, we have not had a pullback, and what we've drawn up here, this large area here at 94.75, is that next big weekly pullback area where the bulls are going to get a chance to prove themselves. If this thing trades and hits and pushes up to its target at 105.18 against the US dollar, that is going to be huge on this pair. Okay, we've had that psychological barrier at the dollar mark breakdown. We traded all the way up to 101. Off of that, we have sold off. Now, what we've drawn up here, usually we don't like to see our charts this cluttered, but what we have drawn up is the last measured move to the upside. So off of 96.65, you'll recall that level from a previous video that we did before. This acted as that bounce point, bounced once, bounced twice, finally got a target hit up here. As unrealistic as it sounded at the time, the charts were telling us it was going to move higher to 101. It did. We immediately saw consolidation and then a sell-off from that point. Now what's interesting is after this move finishes, we can get rid of these targets. The next move to the upside off of this 96.40 in this area breaks down. As soon as we see that breakdown, we know that the consolidation up here has meant that the tide has shifted and the bears have now taken over on this pair. They're going to put as much punishment on this thing as they can before the weekly bulls step in and add a little bit of upside momentum to this pair. What happens? We get a retracement after that upside breakdown, and immediately the bears, midterm and short term, jump on this thing. They knock it down the first chance they get, going back right up into 99.50. We get a target filled just recently down here at 96.20. So what that means is we've had the first bearish midterm move respected and a target hit. What that means now is we can get rid of this, and now this becomes that draw point. We move down. The next bearish area where they're going to be looking to punish this thing, we can now go down to the 15-minute chart to see it just a little bit better, is going to be here at 97.70. That is where you can expect the next midterm bearish setup to be. You're going to see strong reaction there from people initiating new positions to the downside, anticipating that this thing fulfill its target here at 95 even. Now, that doesn't mean that this is going to run straight back up into 97.67. What it means is you need to be fully aware that if it does get there, that does not mean that there is a bullish setup on this move. Okay, if we see short-term bullish setups up into 97.68, that means be aware that there are going to be a lot of players sitting on the sidelines waiting for this thing to trade and waiting to jump on it as soon as it does. Now what's interesting about this move is the target down here at 95 even is directly above 94.80, which is that huge weekly move. We go back to the daily chart. This is that next monster move to the upside, 94.80. So here are these levels aligning. Not only are we going to have people looking to take profit off of a short from 97.65, we are also going to have people looking to get in early and initiate positions in a bullish move to the upside at 94.80 is going to be a huge level on this pair. If it trades, look out for respect all the way up to 105. So some very, very large moves on this pair. Again, we need to see a reaction back up into 97, that 97 area. From there, we break down to 95 even. 94.80 is that monster move. And from there, we are looking higher at 105. 105 is the target on the long term here on the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. We've shown you how it's going to set up. We've shown you the reactions to expect. Now it's up to you to decide what to do with that information, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you've got a question on this video, on this pair, or any of the other videos or pairs that we do, please stop by the website www.pillartrading.com. We try to get to your questions and comments as quick as we can, and hopefully everyone had a good Thanksgiving weekend, Thanksgiving holiday, and we will see you all in the next video.